Today we're going to be doing lesson 10.4, which is x squared plus bx plus c factoring. And basically we're factoring what's considered trinomials with a equals 1. And again, just a reminder, trinomials are typically quadratic equations, which, again, just a little note, they usually are in this form, x squared plus bx plus c. Now, in the past, we had ax squared. However, today, we're going to solve where all our a's are 1. Right? That's what we're going to be factoring. Since those are the nice basic ones to get the pattern. Once we get the pattern of those, we will continue where maybe we'll have 2, 3, 4, or a different number in front. So diamond problems are problems where we have two numbers. We've got a number on the top, which is the product of some number m and n, and the bottom number is the two numbers added together. What we want to do is we want to split them apart to find out what is m and what is n. Right? Now, in general, that's how our diamond works. We're finding what m and n is given these two numbers multiplied equal the number up top, add equal the number on bottom. So, for example, the first one down here on the left, we've got 12. 12 is what two numbers multiplied together such that those numbers add to equal 6. Now, be aware, some people will be much quicker at this, some might take a long time. So, a good hint is what numbers multiplied equal 12. I'm going to be real basic here. 1 times 12, 2 times 6, and 3 times 4 are the three pairs I could think of. And now the bottom number is then added together. So now switching all these multiply signs to pluses, real quick, what are they going to add to equal? Right, 1 plus 12 doesn't equal 12 anymore, but now we want them to see which one equals 8. 1 plus 12 is 13, 2 plus 6 is 8, 3 plus 4 is 7. Now we have a winner right here. We wanted them to add to equal 8 such that 3 and 4 multiply to equal 12. So we can use the dot for multiplying, right? So did that work, right? Sorry, 3, 4, 2, and 6. So 2 times 6 is 12, and 2 plus 6 is 8. So 2 and 6 would be our answer. Now we'll get to how this involves the factoring part in a little bit, but at this point we're just going to work on some of the diamond problems to practice that math. The next one, we have numbers multiply to equal minus 20, and the two numbers add to equal plus 1. Right? Now, be aware that the signs change here. If we have a negative up here, right, that means one of our numbers is negative, one is positive. And how can we use any more hints, right? What numbers multiply to equal 20? Right? That's what we're going to deal with first. Right? So, again, 1 times 20, 2 times 10, 4 times 5, and there's our three pairs. Right? Now, you may have more than 3 for some numbers, you may have less. It's okay. Now, in this case, we know one of the numbers is negative, one is positive. So what else can we use as a hint? These two numbers add to equal a positive 1. If they add to equal a positive number, the larger number is positive, the smaller number is negative. That's what the L and the S stand for. So I'm going to do large minus small. So over here, I'm going to do 20 minus 1 would get us 19. And why is it minus? Because it would be plus a negative 1. Right? Over here, how about 10 plus a minus 2? I get 8. And then lastly, 5 plus a minus 4 is 1. There's my answer. I wanted a 1. I got a 1. So the numbers are 5 and minus 4. And those are the numbers. Now, do we need the plus there for the 5? No. It was just there to tell us that the larger number is positive. Next, we've got minus 18. And this time, the bottom number is negative. Right? So if we're using our pattern, 1's minus, 1's plus, and minus plus the minus number plus the positive number will add equal a negative number. Whichever sign this bottom number has is the sign of the larger number. So this time, the minus is larger, the plus is smaller. And so I'm going to try to write out my factors, the numbers that multiply together to equal 18, in terms of large and small. So now instead of 20, like 1 times 18, right, we're going to do 18 times 1. And then going down, let's see, 9 times 2. And then 6 times 3. Those are the three options I can think of. We're not dealing with numbers that are like decimals, like 4 times 4.5. Even though that works, we're not dealing with the 4.5. Okay? So now we're subtracting. Those are our 3 pairs, doing the subtracting. So 18 minus 1, sorry, it's going to be negative 18. Negative 18 plus 1. Negative 9 plus 2. Negative 6 plus 3. And one of these will give us the answer. So I owe 18 and have 1, I'm going to owe 17. I owe 9 plus 2 minus 7, owe 6 plus 3 minus 3. Oh, there's our answer. It's not always going to be the last one, by the way. So these are our 2 numbers, negative 6 and plus 3. Now, some might say, that's kind of a long process for filling that in, right? However, as you practice these, it'll be more mental and quick. Maybe it won't be like a 1 or 2 second thing. Maybe it'll take you 3 or 4 versus taking the almost minute I've been taking to write these all out. Now, writing them out is a good last resort if you are stuck. 32 minus 12, negative 36, 0, 24, 10 are our 3 options. And I'll give you a little bit to try and do those. So pause the video to try to do those on your own. And now continuing with the answer, right? 32 add equal minus 12. Now this time there's a plus on top and minus on bottom, right? That means it's going to be 2 negatives, right? We can't have a positive plus a positive equal a negative number. So what other way can we get a positive on top? They're both negative. And then there's what numbers multiplied equal 32, add equal 12. I already know they're going to be minus, so that's already covering the minus 12. And I get 8 and 4. The next one, I've got minus 36, add equals 0. This tells you numbers are the same, right? Because, or opposite, sorry, opposite. Same number, opposite sign. Because in order to get 0, it has to be like a 5 minus 5. In this case, 6, 1 plus, 1 minus. 6 minus 6 is 0. Last one, 24. You got, 12 and 2, 8 and 3. This one's going to be 4 and 6. Moving on, right? So we've been doing the diamond problems, and how the diamond problems relate to what we've been working on is the factoring. Factoring is almost the exact same as solving a diamond problem. The only difference is usually once we get these numbers that we've been talking about, like m and n, right, those will go into specific parentheses that I will show you in a little bit. But again, the general idea of if I have ax squared plus bx plus c, when we're factoring, a times c is what goes in the top spot, right, the top position. Where does the b go? The b goes in the bottom, right? So what they did is they broke down for us that when you multiply something like, x plus m times x plus n, for example, right, m and n, this would be a today example, right? We get x squared plus m plus n of x, n plus mn. I'm just simplifying for you. We didn't do the whole FOIL, but the plus mn comes from AC at this point, and the n plus n is the b position, right? Where did it come from? So now that that's established, we'll show you an actual problem. Our steps, pardon me. The steps to factor are first going to make the diamond of the problem. Then we're going to rewrite the equation with the diamond or box. And then we can use our greatest common factor with that, and then we can regroup. We can check our work by foiling our answer to see if we get what we started with. Now, I'm going to teach you a slightly shorter way than what's listed here, but this is still an important method. We're going to do the diamond problem, and then we're kind of going to dip into this process called slide, divide, bottom up. However, the majority of that problem is dealing with the ax squared problem. So the slide divide won't happen until tomorrow's lesson. So factoring and checking with FOIL. So how this works, again, the diamond is our first step. And where does the diamond come in? We take the first number, 1x squared, just 1, multiplied by 18. So 1 times 18 is 18, and that is the top position of the box. The diamond. The bottom position is the number of x, right? This is how many x there are. We see plus 9, so I'm just going to write 9. And now we're looking to fill in what numbers multiplied equal 9 add equal 18, right? 18 is 9 times 2, that would be 11. 9 plus 2 is 11, too big. So how about 3 times 6? 3 times 6 equals 18, and 3 plus 6 is 9, so there's our number. Now, how slide divide bottoms up works is typically we bring this minus 1 back under, and you'll realize it's a little bit silly with 1 because our numbers are always going to be any number divided by 1 is itself. Like 3 divided by 1 is 3. 6 divided by 1 is 6. So this will be a step that will come into play a little more when we have a number in front, right? Like a 2x squared, 3x squared, and so on. But because it's 1 today, we're done, right? Right here, 3 and 6 are the numbers. And so how they go is they're going to be, these are going to be x plus 3 because of the positive 3, and x plus 6 because of the positive 6. When we get to having numbers that are not as nice, like when we get to having a 2 in front, we'll explain in that lesson specifically how that'll break apart. But for today, these values that I've been kind of calling m and n will be our answer. X plus the value, x plus the value on both sides. The next problem, x squared plus 6x plus 5, right? 1 times 5 is 5. And then we're adding to equal 6. Now, most of the time, your larger number is on top. The rare time when your larger number is on bottom is almost always going to be 5, or the number times itself, right? 1 times 5 is 5, 1 plus 5 is 6. And so our numbers are 1 and 5, and so we get x plus 1, right, and x plus 5. Now, as a note, if you always take the sign with, so if it was a minus, this would be minus. If it was a minus 5. If it was a minus 1, that would be a minus 1 there as well. But because it is only 1x squared, right, we don't have to divide by 1 every time. That's going to be the general process for solving when we have more than 1x squared. Next, x squared plus 9x plus 14. 1 times 14, number goes on top. Just a reminder where it comes from. 9x, number goes on bottom. We don't need the x. And then, what numbers multiply equal 14? We've got 2 times 7. 2 times 7 is 14, 2 plus 7 is 9, and so we get x plus 2 and x plus 7. Okay, right? X plus 2 went there, plus 7 went there, and it's always x at this point. Next, changing some signs. 1x squared times minus 12, the minus comes with. This is 1 times minus 12 is minus 12. Adds to equal minus 4x, the minus 4 comes with. So now we're dealing with a little bit of sign change here, right? And so as a reminder, numbers multiply to equal negative 12. One's negative, one's positive, right? We don't necessarily need the plus there. And then the bigger one is whichever the sign on the bottom is. So this is the large number, this is the small. And so doing quick math, I'll get 6 plus 2 and negative 6 plus 2. So negative 6 plus 2 means x minus 6, x plus 2. Right? The minus came with, the plus came with. Next one, try these on your own and by pausing the video and then checking your answers. And the answers are 1 times 24, 24 adds equal minus 10. Okay? When we have a minus on the bottom, it means we have to have some negative. If it's a plus on top, it means the signs are the same, right? Because plus times plus is plus, minus times minus is plus, and the bottom sign tells us they're both negative. So numbers that multiply to equal 24 are 6 and 4. And so negative 6 and negative 4 are numbers, x minus 6, x minus 4. Now, interesting question would be, what if I wrote the order the other way, right? What if I wrote x minus 4 times x minus 6? Those are the same answers. Your order doesn't matter. These are equal equations, just like, well, we'll say x is 10, just for a second. 6 times 4 is the same as 4 times 6. Right? Those numbers are still the same. Right? So if x is the same values, your answer is still the same. So the order doesn't matter. Next one. 1 times minus 35 is minus 35. Add to equal minus 2. And I get minus 7 plus 5. Right? Negative up top means it's negative. Larger one's going to be negative. And it matches x minus 7 times x plus 5. One last pair. And as you get better at this, some of you may question, why do we need the diamond? It will be more important when we have more than 1x squared. For those who like to already skip their work and be writing with parentheses, I do require that the diamond is there for your work. So this is required work. I got the minus 40, minus 3. Numbers are multiplied, larger one's negative, and I get 8 and 5. X minus 8, x plus 5. The more you do this, the quicker it will become. The quicker you'll become with your numbers, the quicker you'll be able to list off factors of 28, just in case you have 14 and 2, 7 and 4, 28 and 1, right? It'll just get quicker as you get used to it. So speaking of that, we got minus 28 and minus 4, larger numbers negative, and we've got 7 and 4. So x minus 7, x plus 4, and that will wrap up today's lesson.